Welcome to the Adobe XD workshop. It's a very basic workshop. We want to introduce this software tool for everybody to try and use or learn for purpose of the application for EAE design related courses. This is the link to today's slides. So now we talk briefly why are we using Adobe XD. Okay, Adobe XD is currently one of the preferred UI UX tool design available on the internet. So first thing is feature rich. It can actually do UI UX prototyping and wireframing design on different form factors like the mobiles, the desktops, the smartwatches, tablets, and what have you. Okay, so it also encompasses a wide variety or wide range of the user experience design pipeline, like for example, from wireframes or mockups to static UI designs and to even interactive prototypes. You can deploy it onto many platforms, on Windows, on Mac, on Androids or iOS, and all these are available. And the most important reason is free. Okay, so you can actually use this tool and download it for free. Sometime in 2017, our Minister for Education, Mr. Ong, he actually started this initiative to allow ITE and Poly students to progress, apply for different courses based on their aptitude. So what we mean by attitude means as long as the student have relevant work attachment experience, or he or she have been doing community volunteer work, or in school, or even outside school, or in your own personal capacity, your church, your temple, your mosque projects, anything that is related to the course that you want to apply. And all these applications must be substantiated with what we call a portfolio of relevant work. Okay, so you need to have a portfolio in order to apply for this course using EAE. So that's where we come in here, because we have students who have shown their interest to apply for design-related diplomas for the EAE application. So these are some of the list of diplomas that I have found on the internet. Okay, so now let's take a look at the hands-on. We are going to use Adobe XD for our demo. So first of all, what we're going to do is we can go over to the internet to download and install Adobe XD. Okay, so what you can do is you can simply go over to the internet and search for any apps called Adobe XD, and you can actually download the link for XD over here. It's a free download, and you can see that the Adobe page will load over here. It will show you where you can download the Adobe XD app for free. Okay, so assuming you have managed to download the app, so what we are going to do is we are going to, so I can't see my slide. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to use this example called Navigo. So this is a UI kit freely available on the Adobe website for us to kickstart our project or our app portfolio. So if you see this link over here, you can actually go over there and search for Adobe.C Southeast Asia Products XD Resources. So if I click on this link, and I will open up on my browser. So it will show you the Adobe XD free resources. So there are several free plugins available. You can go ahead and take a look. Today we are going to use the UI kits. So basically the UI kits are simply templates for us to design. So there are already free templates for Apple related design, for Google or Android material design, for Microsoft UWP design. Okay, So we are going to use this kit below called Navigo. So this is a free template that we want to create our own transport or social app, something like a Grab car or a Uber app. Okay, if you click on this download link, you will be able to see the downloads available over here. So let's say if I downloaded the file, so my file is downloaded here. So once I downloaded, I can click on this link and I will show the templates that are available under this UI kit over here. So let me take some time to download. So this is the template that we have just downloaded. The template includes the different wireframe or the prototyping kits, different fonts, the different headers, and different frames that we have. For example, for the use of mobile app like Grab, you have a map page. You can select, for example, what are the available different transport options, like how far is the car away, the design, and how the car will appear at the outside, and so on, for different cars and taxis. And we can also show a list of the nearby amenities like restaurants and the details and so on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to create a new app using this free template we have over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go over to the file and we are going to create a new app. And the basic template they're given includes iPhone, iPad for tablets, web for desktops, and other custom sizes. Okay, so what we are going to use today is the iPhone design. So let's click on the iPhone. And we are going to create a sample project using the iPhone as a form factor. Okay, so at the app started for the first time, you can actually see the following screen. You have a blank canvas of a size of iPhone X or XS or 11 Pro. Okay, and there are a few other options on the left hand side. You can see you can draw different shapes like the rectangle, the ellipses, triangles, and polygons, and different fonts and so on. Of course, you can take your time to draw this, but in view of time, we are going to use the template that we have downloaded just now, the Navigo template, and we are going to use this example over here. So let's search for the first page that we want the app to start. For example, we want to have a splash screen when the user logs in. This is the splash screen that we want to use for now. Okay, so we'll just select this splash screen and do a copy. And we go over to our project here. We'll delete this blank template for now because we're not going to use this. And we are going to paste the template that we copied just now over here. So this is the splash screen that we have just downloaded from the previous template. So let's say we want to customize it, we want to change the name. So we can actually click on the text and we can change the name of the app, for example, from Navigo to maybe we want to call it, maybe we call this Uber. Okay, welcome to Uber. Okay, so this is our new transport app, we call it Uber. Okay, next we go back to the previous UI kit frame and we select the next frame that we want to use. So after the user click on the login page, you can actually choose to log in using email or Facebook or other authentication choices. So let's say we use an email, so we can actually allow the user to sign in. Okay, sign in. So let's use this sign in page. We copy this page and we go back to this screen and we'll paste it over here. So we now have a sign in page together with this splash screen on the front. Okay, So of course, we can continue to add the next page after I sign in already. What I should do is I can actually look for some other design I want to see. So for example, I want to display a welcome screen. So I can copy a welcome screen over here. Oops. I can copy a welcome screen and I'll paste it to my app over here. And let me call this the welcome page after the user has successfully logged in. And after welcome page, what the user can do normally, we will go into the main page, correct? So we'll actually go and see the main page. So for example, we have the main page of the map that we want to search for the different places of interest or destination. So let me copy this page and I'll paste it here. And I have the map page over here. Okay. So after that, what we're going to do is after we search for the restaurant, we can actually go and select the restaurant that we want to go. For example, we're going to show the restaurant in the lists. So let's copy this list of restaurant as a list and go over to the panel here and paste it. So now our design, we have a total of 5 panels: the splash screen, the login sign up page, the welcome page, the main screen where we'll show the map and the locations of the different restaurants nearby, and of course the list of restaurants that we can show it in a list view. Okay, so let's try to link these pages together. So if you go over to the first page, the splash screen, go to the prototype option on the top left corner of the XD app, and you can actually allow the user to click different options to do the transitions between the different frames. For example, I want to allow the user to click on the email button. Then I will go to this sign in page. So I will do is I will select the email button. Notice that after I selected the email button, there will be a small blue color arrow appearing on the button entity itself. So I will drag this blue color button and I will see a blue arrow coming out. So we will link this blue arrow to the destination page, which is over here, the sign in page. I'll let go and it will automatically link here. Okay, so this is the transition that I've just added after I click this link. So to see this transition in effect, what I'll do is I can actually go over to the top right corner. There is a play preview button. I'll click this play preview button and automatically you will see a preview screen appearing. So over here, welcome Uber, just like your iPhone. If you click on the email button, you will go to the login screen. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so let's say you can continue to do this. For the continue button, we select the continue button and we are going to drag the continue button to the next screen called the welcome screen. And this will be the two links between the two pages. And I'll link up maybe the welcome screen. So let's say I'll link up the welcome screen, the next button, to the map view. Okay. So let's stop here for now and we go back to preview the app. So if you click on the preview, I click on the email button. I click on the, oops, something wrong with the continue button. I made a mistake. Let me just put it back. Oops, what did I do? Never mind, let me undo again. Okay, so I have this app. So let me just preview again. Email, I go to continue login, welcome screen. I click next. The next is not connected yet. Okay, never mind. So right now, I have the transition, which is very basic. If you see the transition is click on the email and you go to the next page. The default transition is actually dissolve. If you see over here, if you select the transition, on the right hand side, you will see the transition as dissolve. This is the default transition. So in order to avoid, or if you want to change a different transition or animation, you can select, and let's say you choose push left for this transition. And if you preview it again, you can see, click on email button, the next page will push left to the login button, okay, login page, and so on. So you can actually do different kinds of animation or transitions depending on how you want to customize your app. So of course, it's all purely depends on your design, okay. So I can just link up the rest of the app using the same prototyping thing that I've done here. So let's say I click on the drop pin, and I click the drop pin to the nearby page. Okay. So now if I run the app on the simulator, I should be able to see app is running. Continue, welcome, click on the page, and I'll show this food list over here. So coming to this food list, because this is a scrolling view, so in preferable, we want a list of the restaurants to be able to scroll up and down. Okay, thank you, Zoom. So what happens is we want the app to scroll up and down. So what we can do is we can go over to the screen for the restaurant page. Okay, over here, we can actually make the page or the list of restaurant scroll up and down. So if you try and run this page for now, this is a fixed static page. It cannot scroll up and down for now. So what we are going to do is we are going to make this option scrollable. So using XD is very simple. What you need to do is you can just select the template you have over here. In this case, the nearby template. And if you put your cursor at the bottom somewhere, let me try and select it again. Okay, if you move your cursor at the bottom, can you see that there is a double-headed arrow? Okay, oops, I need to go to the design view. My apologies. Let me go to the design page. Okay, and I go and select the whole frame. And if you move your cursor below, can you see now my cursor has changed into a double-headed arrow? Okay, a double-headed arrow. It's not very clear. Double-headed arrow. Okay, so this double-headed arrow, I can actually drag the app, the screen longer, and you can see now the screen is actually extended. Okay, so let's say I extend it to here. So what is happening is this, the top part is the viewable part that is shown on the iPhone. The bottom part, the white color area, is the area that is not yet exposed because you haven't scrolled it topwards. Okay, so this is how we can actually simply drag the screen here and maybe make it bigger and smaller so that we can see the viewable area and so on. Okay, so this is what we have done so far. So of course, now we are going to populate this white color area with more options. We have sushi, we have soup, we have burgers. So now we want to add more options, more different food choices. So what we can do is we can simply select this list of food options over here and go and put your cursor at the bottom. Same here, you will see a two-headed arrow. Okay, over here you can just drag this list, and the interesting thing about Adobe XD is it will automatically populate the list of restaurants for you. Okay, so this is the nice part about Adobe XD. So you can actually add these different food options available, and of course, having said that, we can actually expand it further. So this is the iPhone. We can make the app even bigger for now. Okay, so let me make it bigger so that I can fill the food. Okay, so the background is not yet filled, so I'm going to fill the background with the black color background as well. So let me drag the black color background here. Okay, so that means this is the list of the food that they can see on the iPhone. And if I preview it here, now my food choices, I can scroll up and down. Can you see? So it's pretty cool. Okay, we have the design readily scrollable on the preview mode. Okay, of course, we can make changes to the choices, like if you don't want sushi, you can food burger. You can add, maybe you want to have maybe change the text. You can change it to maybe Muslim food. And of course, you can change others. Maybe this one you can put to maybe uh, Indian and so on. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is all these changes are readily available. You can actually make changes as and when you like, and you can preview it automatically on the preview screen. You see, Muslim food and Indian food and so on. Okay, so let's preview our app before we close the session. So what we can do is, if we preview our app, click on the splash screen, I can preview. So this is our new prototype for the portfolio. Our design portfolio, we have an app called Uber. So you can click on the email to sign in, allow the user to key in the username, email, password, continue, welcome screen. Next, show a list of the places of interest. If you click on this, let's say you come to the list of restaurants, the user can choose whichever restaurant you want to go, or he can actually go back and choose other restaurant very quickly. Okay, so this is very interesting, and all this comes at free because Adobe XD is free. And what I want to maybe suggest, you can actually go and download this prototype onto your own iPhone or Android phone. You can actually link it up on the top right corner. There's this, oops, okay, my screen is congested. On the top right corner, you should be able to see a button, a small smartphone button here. You can actually deploy this product design onto your iPhone or Android devices, either by USB connection, or you can actually download the Adobe XD app on your iPhone or Android phone, and you can preview it immediately, just like any normal iPhone or Android app. Okay, so the thing that what you need to take note is, when you save the app, close this, it will automatically save the app onto Adobe Cloud. Okay, in the past, the Adobe XD allow you to save the file onto a local hard disk, but for now, I think they removed the option, and that is only possible if you pay Adobe money. Okay, so you can only save your file onto Adobe Cloud for now. So basically what I mean is, if you want to save your file, you can only save it to Adobe Cloud. So you need to have a Adobe account, but that's free. Okay, so you can save it, and you can use it for your EAE application. There are some links that you can actually try to use or follow. There's a lot of free available examples and tutorials online. So these are some of the free available tutorials I found very useful. Okay, so you can actually go ahead and try to do your own design portfolio for the EAE application using these guides. Okay, so this is the link to today's slides, today's workshop. So if you are interested, you can download, or if you have other questions related to Adobe XD, feel free to email me. Thank you for taking time to join the online workshop. Thank you.